In this video, I'm going to teach you how to kick up into a handstand against the wall if you're starting from complete beginner. This is a skill that is a little bit scary at first, but if you follow the steps in this video, it should make you feel more comfortable on your hands and get to the point where you can confidently kick up from standing into a handstand against the wall. First thing that we want to do is make sure that our shoulders and our thoracic spine are open. I would highly recommend some band pull aparts, some PVC pass-throughs. We want to make sure that our wrists are feeling good, so you can do a wrist stretch, splay your fingers wide, lean your shoulder over your fingertips, hold for 20 seconds, rest for 10 seconds. You can do that for a couple rounds. We also want to make sure to flip the hands backwards and sit back onto our heels. If you want a really nasty wrist stretch, you can go tops of the hands, elbows through, sit back. Those are great ways to get your wrists feeling ready to hold your load upside down. There's two different ways to get into handstand on the wall. The first one is going to be hands on the ground, kicking up with the hands already on the mat. And the second is going to be starting from standing and doing kind of like a little round off into it. We'll start with hands on the mat, and then we'll work our way towards kicking up from standing. This video is sponsored by Barbell Apparel. If you want the highest quality workout gear with a lifetime guarantee, there's no better choice than Barbell Apparel. Check out the link in the description to see some of my favorites from them. Thanks again to Barbell for sponsoring this video. A lot of this movement is about overcoming your fear and getting over the nerves of it. So using mats, using pads is a great thing, especially in the very beginning, but we don't want to stack up a ton of height under the head. It's just going to not get you to feel as confident in that fully extended position. It's going to make you feel like you want to just put your head down and bend your elbows, which is not what we want at all. So ab mat, I really like. We're going to put the thick side closer to the wall. And the reason I like the ab mat, especially for beginners, is because it gives you a good kind of range of where to put your hands. So if you notice, this is the CrossFit open standard line where we need a fingertip to touch. So if your hand is in line with the base of the ab mat, that's about the same place. And that's a really good place for you to start. Hands right at the bottom of the ab mat, and then we want to put the crown of our head, if we were going to do a handstand push-up, right in the center of that mat. So it gives you some protection there. So we have the mat on the ground, we have our hands at the base. The first thing we want to do is get into that open shoulder position. We're going to be in our little split running kind of stance, and I want you to reach your head through your shoulders. Okay, so this is going to get the shoulder open before we start to get upside down. The last thing we want to do is get into this position where we have to arch and really try and pull ourselves upside down instead of just being stacked when we get there. Head through the shoulders. We're going to have one leg. This is our swinging leg. This is our hopping leg. Okay, it might be different for you, and that's totally fine. So all we're going to do is this leg swings and this leg just hops. So what I'm going to try and do first is just swing and get a little hop off the ground. So little swing, little hop. Little swing, little hop. And I'm just focusing on keeping my elbows and my shoulders locked and extended here, okay? Once I feel comfortable, the next thing I'm trying to do is get the swinging leg to touch the wall. So we're gonna bend our knee at 90 degrees, keeping the arms locked. Again, we're just kind of pivoting about our shoulder. So we're gonna swing until we can touch and we feel the wall. And the wall should bump you right back off. Again, we're just staying stacked out here, reaching nice and tight, and we're just feeling for where that wall is behind us. Head through the shoulders, swing, hop, I can tap it. Once I know where it is, then the next thing we want to do is try and tap with the heel. Hands on the ground, head through the shoulders. We're going to swing and keep the leg extended and try and tap the heel and let it bump us right back off the wall. Once you swing that leg up and you get your heel to touch, you've basically completed the handstand. It's just that other heavy leg is holding you down. So this is a great time if you need help to get a spotter. It's a good idea to get your body to feel the movement by having someone help spot you up. The biggest thing that we're looking at as the spotter is going to be making sure that they're not unlocking their elbows or their shoulders. Okay, so we want to stay nice and stiff all through the arm. And if you start to see them start to falter there, then don't keep trying to work them up higher. We never want to grab the leg. We're just trying to gently give them a cue of where their body should be going. So I'm going to have G put his hands on the ground, and then he's going to tuck his head through. Good, so we start with the shoulder nice and open. Now I can see by how he is set here, this is his hopping leg, this is his swinging leg. So I'm going to try and catch the leg that swings. Now he's just going to give me a halfway, and all I'm going to do is touch his thigh. And I'm just getting him to feel some pressure here, okay? Take a break. After I feel that pressure, he's just getting used to what the spot is gonna feel like. Now again, I'm keeping my eye on his arm, making sure that he's staying locked, and then I'm gonna give him a little bit more pressure and lift up just a little bit higher. Again, what we don't wanna do is grab the leg and force them up into the handstand. We wanna just assist them in doing the movement. Okay, so G's gonna get down again, head through the arms. He's gonna swing, I'm gonna touch, beautiful. And now I'm gonna touch in place, good. And now he left the other leg down, so now I'm just gonna cue him to fold with both. So ready, go. Beautiful, other leg comes up. And that's gonna be how we're gonna spot people effectively so that you can get comfortable kicking up in a handstand. You can also try and just kick up and gather that second leg on your own. It is helpful to have your body feel the movement of you being upside down and what the whole thing feels like before going up into it yourself. But we're gonna do the same thing. We're just going to drag the heel up, make sure the heel touches, and then we're just gonna carry the jumping leg with us. So hands on the mat, head through the shoulder, again, swing leg, hop leg. We're gonna touch heel, and then we're gonna bring the other heel up, okay? And we're finishing here, always looking forward at the wall. We're never in this broken, overextended, looking at the mat position. So once you can kick up with your hands on the ground, then we want to kick up from standing. Just like with kicking up with your hands on the ground, the most important thing is that we are keeping this shoulder open and that we're reaching here. So what I like to see is instead of step and then bringing the hands to the mat, what I want to see is fold at the hips instead. So we reach up, we step, and then we're keeping our ears by our arms and we're folding to the ground, okay? Now, once we get here, we're in our runner position, so we're gonna swing and get used to doing that sequence. So it's feet together, reach up, ears by the arms, fold at the hips, step, tap the wall, and then right back up. And then again, heel tap, reach, step, heel tap, right back down, and then gather the second heavy leg, step, and right up here in a handstand. Okay, reaching nice and tall. I hope this video was helpful. I hope it helps you get your first handstand kick up to the wall. If you need help with some of these skills, you've got to join Technique Team. I'll leave a link in the description. It's my personal community where you can get access to all of my coaching, all of my programs, all of the drills, and one-on-one access to me and a group of people that can't be beat, to be honest. So check out the link in the description. Hope to see you on Technique Team. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.